Today we're going to install a K&N air filter on a 2020 Kia Soul GT line turbo with the 1.6 liter turbocharged engine from Kia. Now this install will be the same as it is on your Kia Volster, anything Optima, anything with the 1.6 liter turbo engine, this will be the same install. So for right now, I'm just preliminarily looking at this, so I haven't tested anything yet. You're going to need some pliers for the hoses. This appears to be an evap hose that runs from your crankcase, which circulates exhaust and emissions back into the intake system, which then runs back into the intake of the engine. So that will lead to carbon buildup and decreased performance, decreased gas mileage, but it helps save the environment. So that's the purpose of that. So we're going to start here by disconnecting the battery. The battery is a 10 millimeter. The battery is a 10 millimeter, and then just righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Always disconnect the battery when you're going to start anything. This is a 720 amp battery. This battery will kill you if you get electrocuted. Less than 1 amp will kill you. So just be safe, just disconnect the battery right there. 10 millimeter, we'll wiggle it. Okay, didn't loosen it enough. And then just wiggle it back and forth. There we go. Now it'll wiggle off of there. Battery disconnected. Very simple, very easy. Okay. So there was a clip here. This has been removed and lost now for the 10 millimeter. So all of this stuff on the intake charge on the pipe here is 10 millimeter. So this right here is 10 millimeter. Engine's very hot. I should probably have waited for this to cool down, but then we'll be out of daylight, so I won't be able to show it. So, okay, so loosen this one, then loosen the next one over here. I'll probably have to edit the video just for time purposes, but take all these clips off. We'll start there. I'm gonna have to do something to cool this engine down. It's way too hot. I can't legitimately work on it like this. I'll hose it down. No, I won't. So we've got this here. This charge, or this for the evap. We're just going to use the rusted needle nose pliers. Depress the clip. Boom. Maybe try and give her a twist. No, it doesn't want to twist. It just wants to flex the pipe. It doesn't want to twist. So you're going to have to keep this stationary and then just pull, because I can't do this one-handed because it'll bust off the seam here. So just 1 second. Try twisting. Okay, perfect. Just twisted it, got the seam busted loose, and it should just come right off of here. And remember to always support it. It's just plastic. So again, I got to do this. I don't have somebody holding it for me, holding the camera for me. All right, so this has been pulled off of there. Sorry on the camera focus, I'm one person. Okay, so this is your evap. All right, so with this disconnected, we got one more back here. Same deal, use the needle nose pliers. Wiggle it. You're gonna have to wiggle it. A lot of times when they put them on from the factory, they once it starts to like make a seal, you can kind of see how it works. So again, depressing the clip. There we go. Move the clip back. All right. Well, so it's going to be the same deal. You're going to have to break the seal by twisting it and supporting it, because it is just plastic. Again, I can't show that because I'm one person. I don't have someone filming for me. Also, so this just, so after changing the extension, the battery is held in by this 12 millimeter. Okay, good, tight. Now, but the box itself is 210. So we got a 10 here, we got a 10 back over here. Anywhere else, I don't see it. So, make sure you have an extension. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. So the 10 millimeter, and it goes down onto it's hard to kind of show this and film and do this one-handed, but I wanted to see a video. There was no video online, so I was like, well, if there isn't a video yet, then I guess I'll have to make the video. I have a Skittle anyway. I have Skittles, so I'm tuning the Skittles. I got a SRT4 ACR Neon. Oh, here's something I did forget though. Magnetic pickup. A magnetic pickup. You're gonna want that, because these bolts, you're gonna drop them, lose them. I've already probably, yeah. So you're gonna want a magnetic pickup. This is one bolt out of the airbox, pulling the airbox down. Got a clip here. This will bump that. And then another bolt there. Okay. Next bolt gone. Okay. All right, with those two bolts out, I can't see anything else at this point. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this off of here. Let's wiggle the intake pipe off of here. Okay. Okay. And then there's this here. Maybe try to loosen it just a few more turns. And then try to give it the old twist, like twisting it to break the seal. Ah. Okay. Careful, you got lines over here by the, yeah, you got fragile electrical connections here. So you don't want to go this way, you don't want to go that way. You're gonna just try to wiggle this as little as possible. And try going up with it. Up would be better than to the side. Okay. And these clips might have to totally come off of here. I mean, you might not be able to just, you know, keep the clip on and just loosen it most of the way. You might even have to take the clip totally off. So I don't know. There we go. There we go. So this has been removed. Okay. Intake pipe has been removed. Okay. So now this here, this needs to be taken off of here. Try twisting. Like we said. Oh, come on. Oh, this is gonna be a pain in the butt. This one very well could just ruin it. You get one hose that doesn't want to come off. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm not surprised. All right. I do want to show this connection here. This is going to be very difficult to come off of here. At this point, I have pretty much depressed the clip, and it almost appears to me like it's glued on or something. Now, it wouldn't make sense that it would be glued on, but I'm saying that it does not want to come off. And you have to be extremely careful that you don't crack it when you are basically attempting to force it to come off of here. I still have not been able to get this to budge. This will not budge. I can't get it to break loose like we got the evap when this just broke loose real easy. This, I can't get it to break loose. Thermostat housing right here. This is where you're going to put a colder thermostat in. So to remove this factory airbox, once you disconnect those two bolts, I pulled up really hard and it comes out from the snorkel here at the bottom. So that's what it looks like. So yeah, so airbox, factory airbox is now out. Factory airbox is out. I'll just set this down on the ground. Okay. So we got some room freed up here. This here has still been difficult. I have not been able to get this off of here. I might even just end up cutting it and just removing it. You know, maybe cutting it back here or something, you know. There's still plenty of space on it. So at this point, it's got to come off. One more thing I might try is, you know, you could maybe try the screwdriver. You can try maybe coaxing it, but you can see that that's almost pressed on there. There is not going to be any wiggle room. You're not going to probably, oh, there we go. You're going to have to just, you're going to have to kind of get rough with it. And this is going to take two hands, so I probably won't be able to film it. But you got to get this off of here. Oh. Fucking shit. I don't like things being difficult, so I'm gonna just cut it, just to give it the middle finger, because I've coaxed it, I've pleaded with it, I've been nice, I've been kind. Now I'm gonna get rough with it. Now we're just gonna cut it, and it's out of here. And we're gonna cut it right here. So that's where I'm gonna cut it, right there. Again, I don't recommend cutting it. If you can save the hose, save it. If you can't save it, like me, if it's not savable, then we're gonna cut it. There it is, done. We don't have to spend an hour on it trying to appease it. Yep, gone. Bye-bye. This whole thing, gone. 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 Okay. Save your factory parts, because you might have to go back to factory stock at some point. So with that out of here, we freed up some space. Now the K&N parts can go on. And it's because I had the wrong one. So there's a smaller one here. This is for the side that goes up to the manifold. So the smaller one here goes to the manifold. And the larger one here that says SAE, that's what you want. That goes on here just like that, and that just fit on. Remember, I was trying to like pull it on and it didn't want to fit, and I said, well, it's almost one size too small. Yeah, because it is. So again, you should probably read the instructions. That would probably eliminate some of the confusion. But just put the SAE one on there, and then there's going to be some of the V-band clamps. There are also two different sizes of V-band clamp. These are the larger size. So now this fits over top of here. And then, so that is on. Intake tube has been connected. Ooh, I might have put it on upside down. Maybe not, maybe not. I might have put it on okay. All right, we'll see. First time, you know, working on this car, so I have no idea. Now, once you have this all connected, there's only one thing that appears to be kind of an issue to me, and that's this box here. So maybe flip it around, right? But for the most part, this does not appear to fit inside of the engine compartment. It's close, but not quite. So this, okay, so these bolts are out. I don't know about this shield, if this is gonna work or not. You can flip it. Maybe it's not on right. Yeah, it's not on right. So I'm gonna end up just removing this piece. I'm not gonna use the heat shield. So this heat shield, I don't know if this heat shield is going to fit in here. Because this goes one way. So this has to go this way, and there's no room. Width-wise, it doesn't matter if you set this here. It don't matter if you set this here. No, this is not gonna go. Okay. So the heat shield I don't think works. The heat shield from K&N I do not believe works. Now, if someone else is doing this, then let me know. But see, if the charge pipe is like that, then this has to go like this. Either we go like this, you know, and maybe it does, and maybe it doesn't. I can't get this to actually fit. So this piece just looks, it just doesn't look like it fits in here. Like, it looks like it might have was supposed to be like this, but then if that's the case, then K&N drilled the hole on the wrong side. See? You have half of a chance, right, of fitting it in here like this, right? Or at least it appears to me, you'd have half a chance of fitting it like that, but even then, means the hole's drilled on the wrong side. So, yeah, I don't know. So that means that this has to be like this. This has to be like this, because this is the side the hole is on, and I don't realistically see. Nope, I'm not doing it. That part, this does not fit. Let me know if you can get yours to fit on your K&N, on your Kia Soul GT Line Turbo, or the 1.6 liter turbo Volster, or the Kia Optima. But basically, this does not fit. I'm gonna say that K&N put the hole on the wrong side. That's my opinion. Moving on. Okay, so it's been installed. It's not completed yet. I loosened that over there so we could swivel it, because I need to swivel it down. Now it does appear to fit, but for right now it kind of just hangs here. I mean, there's no real bracing or anything for it that I can find. That one metal piece might be the bracing, but I think the hole is on the wrong side. So at this point, we've got threads here, we've got this here. This was for our evap. Okay, back to the video. So we have this pipe here. It appears to be like heater hose pipe, so maybe this goes on here, it appears. K&N's not gonna leave you stranded. They ain't gonna leave you hanging. But at the end of the day though, you're still gonna have to maybe make a cut here, and you're still gonna have to put a coupling here, and you're still gonna have to secure that, and you still have to thread something into here. This has no thread, so and provided. So this is gonna fit in here, you're gonna measure, and we're gonna cut. So this coupler, this is the evap, so this is gonna fit right in here. Boom. Now K&N won't leave you hanging. They are tested and true. They've been doing this a long time. You know, in fact, it's actually my fault because I didn't read the instructions, and in order to really give you a true tutorial, I should be reading the instructions. I'm just doing this because this is how I do things. I do things my way. And then they don't work, and then, oh, they do work because the parts are supplied. So now, right, boom. So here we go. Measure it like that. Boom, we cut it, put it on. Should be good to go. Okay, so this right here, we're gonna end up putting this in here because this is the slide-on part. Okay, and then this plastic here threads in to here. So be very careful because this is just a plastic thread and it already kind of wants to strip out. So you got to be really careful on it. I would never probably go anything more than hand tight because this is plastic. That's probably good right there. Now this, the hose that I cut, again, not recommended to cut it, but iPhone died recording. So at this point, we're picking up right back where we left off. This has been connected here. We put this back on here. This is tight, and then we talked about how this was supplied with the coupler, and now it's just, you're gonna have to make a measurement and a cut. You could measure if you want. I'm probably just going to cut it maybe right about here. You know, always measure twice, cut once, but I'm just gonna go by sight. So I'll probably cut it I'll probably cut it right about here. You know, and you'd rather err to the side of cutting it a little too long than cutting it too short. You know, you wouldn't want to cut it up here and then you're trying to, you know, reach or whatever. But I think maybe something like that in here would probably be okay. The kit is missing this here, some type of a clamp here. Now this goes on here like so. This plugs in here like so. Here we go, just like that. But it still should have an additional clamp. I think we could be missing a clamp, and like I said, I still think that this hole is drilled on the wrong side. I could be. Remember, it is that 10 millimeter to reconnect the battery. Okay, perfect. Now start it up, go for a test bit. Everything's been connected back together. Everything's tight. Double check everything one more time, that there's no loose connections or anything. This is, you know, there isn't anything there, but I think it'll be all right. Yeah, it moves a little bit. It moves a little bit, but it's not as bad as I thought. And it kind of just sits there, kind of hangs there. So, all right, first startup with the new K&N. This is the first startup. You know, I remember back in the olden day when we had the throttle body and you could manually bump it. You know, now it's all electronic. So, what a little mouse motor. What a little hamster motor it is, you know? But yeah, normally back in the day, I remember we just bumped the throttle, you know what I mean? But that was when it's back to drive-by-wire on that. Now you got to be in the car to rev it. You can't just, and I apologize about the mess, it's a daily, you know. Oh, I hear the sucking of the air from the turbo. Oh yeah, money. Money. A little more engine vibration, I think. But you're gonna get that anytime you put more air in the motor. Anytime it's getting more power, you're gonna get a little more vibration. Let's go give her a spin. Now I ain't racing or nothing like that. Oh, one thing I do want to mention, the heads-up display, it appears to just default to the heads-up display when you disconnect the battery. So, but the idle is normal. The idle is normal. It's not like a high idle or anything like that. Sometimes that happens. All right, I get to punch it now again. I think you'll hear the blow-off valve. See, it boosts up, then it cuts boost later. That's why I think with a chip it would even blow off even more. I gotta tell you, I'm really impressed with the Skittle. I really like my Skittle. Oh yeah, we had a blow off there. Yeah, I've been driving with a heavier foot now. The K&N gives you better gas mileage if you can drive it normal. Oh yeah.